Hello everybody and welcome to the first Patreon post. This means that you are now supporting us and me and Ann in traveling the world and looking for land to where we can eventually start a community and hopefully inspire a movement and accelerate the movement of fruitarian communities around the world. So thank you for being a part of this, and in this first post I would like to talk a little bit about the mindset in going into a new country where we've never been, talking about handling it financially, and some other things that we are thinking about in preparing for what we're going to be dealing with and what we expect. So in this planning phase, we are kind of figuring out what it is that we really want, figuring out what it is that we really want to do. So we both want to be financially free, be financially abundant, and being able to travel to as many of these different countries as we really want. And in that, we want to enjoy that. We want to go to private beaches. We want to, surf. We want to meet the locals, talk to the locals, and look for land and forage fruits and really enjoy this experience as well. So again, thank you for help supporting us and making this dream happen. But in terms of going to a new country, somewhere we've never been before, and with only a few $1,000s, going into this country, what we really think that we want to do is do a lot of camping, in nature. So we're thinking about beaches, we're thinking potentially the jungle, places that are less populated. We don't want to bother anybody. We don't want to, disturb anybody or go on anybody's property. So probably be deserted islands or deserted beaches or jungle land where there are really no houses. And this is going to help keep the cost very cheap. And I think you can get places for maybe $3 a night, $1 a night I've even heard. So, if we can't find anywhere, our friends have actually told us, or somebody that I work with have actually told me that if I don't have anywhere to sleep, then the locals will say, "Come on in, we'll help you out." So, getting to know the locals, I think, and just being friendly with the locals and just enjoying that too is going to be really key for us in finding places to sleep and also enjoying it, feeling like we are connected to the outside world, not having to be hiding on beaches or not having to fear the locals. We want to really befriend the locals and see what that's like too, because also if we will be buying land in the Philippines, we want to enjoy the surroundings. If it is, I think we will be, if it's an island, we might not be spending so much time with them, but you want to have peace. We want to have peace with the locals, that we're not disturbing anybody, stealing their land. So camping and also befriending locals and maybe sleeping with them would be really fun and would be another way to keep the cost to a minimum. We will be eating mostly fruit while we're there, if not really all fruit, for the most part. All raw, of course, but another thing is fruit is gonna be relatively inexpensive there. It's gonna be definitely probably the cheapest kind of food besides rice and I don't know about beans, but if we can forage fruits, that would be key. So if we're gonna be on a deserted island or beaches where there's nobody, hopefully there are lots of coconuts, and hopefully there are gonna be wild mangoes, jackfruit, meringue, durian. Hopefully that is the dream, because that would make it a lot cheaper as well. So another thing that we would need to pay for is our visas and transportation. Now, visas can be anywhere up to, I think they're about $30 a month. I usually get about, I think it's anywhere from 30 to 180 days. The Philippines is 30 days that you don't need a visa. And then after that, I think it's maybe like $30, like maybe $1 a day to stay there. Maybe you can get an extended one, which is a little cheaper. That is something that I do need to look into. So visas, that is one thing. And a few thoughts that we have been having now. And, this is one reason why I like the Patreon page. Hopefully my battery doesn't turn off. Anyway, one thing that we have been thinking of, and I have seen somebody do, is that they created a GoFundMe kind of crowdfunding thing where they want to buy their own island, and they're looking in the Philippines. And their goal, I think, is to create their own country where they can actually people can become citizens there, so they don't need to get visas and immigration, and they don't really need to pay to live there. Because if we would say move to continuously go to the Philippines, continuously live there for years and years without immigration, we would need to constantly be traveling in and out of the country to renew our visas. But I think, so that would, eventually get pricey. But if we got our citizenship there after we were there for a few years, I think it's 10 years, the Philippines, constantly living there or traveling there. I'm not sure what other requirements there are, but you can get your citizenship there. But say if we created this island, if we started this paradise, and you wanted to come, and you were from, either the United States or Denmark or wherever country that you needed to get you wanted to immigrate, you wanted to live in the community that we're going to create, you would probably need to, if we were in the Philippines, get a Filipino citizenship. But but in the citizenship would probably be hard to get. But if we created our own country, I think it's called bona fide. I don't know what it means, no man's land or creating a new country. Then you could easily get citizenship. You wouldn't need to continuously travel in and out of the country paying money. And you could live there sustainably, growing our own food, and it would be easier to, it would make it a lot easier. So that is one thing that is a seed right now in my mind. So yeah, these are just a few things that I've been thinking about. Launching a GoFundMe page in the future. When we are traveling around these countries and we're seeing the land and we are learning about the legal things, and When we are ready to buy it, when we see land that we want to buy, we get that Kickstarter together, we launch that, we hit the algorithms right on the GoFundMe and Kickstarter, we send it out to everybody, and then we're able to purchase that land while continuously earning money online through Patreon and through creating things that can help you or anybody else, maybe with nutrition programs or how to juice or how to start a raw vegan diet, how to sustain one, or any source of income that we can really that is suitable for us. So this is the plan right now. We've bought our ticket to the Philippines, and we want to travel to the Philippines, see it, really enjoy that, while also working on the plan and the structure and keeping this lifestyle sustainable for us, and hopefully sustainable for you in the future, maybe to even live with us. Whew. So yeah, thanks for watching this video. Stay tuned on Patreon. Thank you so much for making this lifestyle livable. Value will be returned to you. Hopefully this video added a little bit of value and insight to the process and the mindset of making it work financially, and also in the future for us creating this paradise. So yeah, I want to continue making videos on Patreon, giving the inside details, maybe some other types of content as well, video chats and as well. But again, thank you very much. We love you. Peace.